If the factory chrome rear bumper on your 2010 through 2018 Ram 2500 has been beat up or dented due to a crash, or maybe just years of abuse on the work site, well then you should definitely consider this affordable replacement that we're talking about here today. Now this option will be built to the exact same specifications as your factory rear bumper and will include cutouts for backup sensors along with your trailer plug and included trailer lights, and will be completed in that beautiful chrome finish you guys see right here, all for right around that mid $400 price point. All right, starting off with our list of features, and again, the main feature here is going to be the fact that this is a super affordable means to replacing a damaged factory chrome bumper, and doing so rather easily. Now, I say easily because unlike other options out there, this bumper is essentially as turnkey as it gets. Behind the chrome bumper, you actually get your base or your skeleton. It's already included, already mounted. And then of course you are getting your plastic traction surface up top here that is already installed as well. Now the only thing you guys really have to do to get this in place is just transfer over your parking sensors and of course get your trailer plug in place, and that's pretty much it. Now what's even better is that this option is still relatively affordable when compared to a factory Mopar replacement or even some of those aftermarket off-road bumpers, which can cost $1,000 if not more. So again, if you're just looking to get back to factory fresh again for less than $500, this is a solid option. All right, moving into construction, and the bumper itself has been made from a durable die-form steel plating, and I would say is easily equal to that of the factory bumper in regards to your thickness and durability. Now the cherry on top here will be that beautiful chrome plating, which does finish off the appearance, and again could easily be mistaken with the factory chrome package rear bumpers for the 2500s. Now the bumper does include cutouts for your backup sensors, as you can see right there, and will even include brand new hardware and license plate lights. The only thing again you really have to transfer over is that trailer plug in addition to those sensors, which makes this a very complete turnkey package right out of the box here. Again, will be a great way to freshen up that HD if it's looking a little rough in the back. All right, let's move into the price point here. We did mention a few times now throughout the video a somewhat affordable option for you HD owners out there, as this is gonna set you back right around $450 or so, give or take, which will be on par with the rest of our OE styled options here on the site that maybe offer a chrome finish, or there are also some unpainted or primered options if you have a color match truck instead. So we do have a few different choices here at American Trucks. Definitely make sure you're grabbing the right one for your application. Now these options will be the most affordable currently here on the site when compared to those off-road bumpers. Now those will offer maybe a little bit more protection, a little bit more functionality and some recovery points, but if you're just looking to get back to factory fresh, this is going to be a very affordable option. All right, last but not least, let's talk install. And honestly, this one really isn't gonna be that difficult as long as your factory bumper bolts aren't rusted to you know what. Now the site's gonna call this a strong 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter here, taking you about an hour or so to complete from start to finish. But now to give you a better idea of how this one might go down on your HD at home, let's throw it out to the shop for our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown.
For this install, you will need an impact, 10 and 15 millimeter sockets, a clip removal tool, and a small pry tool. What's up guys, today we're going to be doing a new rear bumper on our Ram, but before we get started, we're going to send you to watch a quick video on how to remove your factory bumper. We'll see you when you get back.
All right, we're going to start underneath. We have our two 15 millimeter bolts on either side here and here that we're going to take off, and we also have our wiring which we're going to disconnect. So we're going to start by disconnecting our wiring for our backup sensors. So there is a release tab right here. Just push that down, pull that out. And for the tag light, there is a red locking tab. Just gonna release that, same thing. Push on the tab and pull back. Right, then we're gonna grab our impact and 15 millimeter socket, take these two bolts out. All right, you just take the other two bolts out on the other side and also disconnect the other tag light on the other side. All right, we just have one more connector, and that's for our trailer hitch connection. So same thing, just push down the tab here and pull off. All right, now what you want to do is you're going to want to take your license plate off now with whatever hardware is holding it on, so we can access our two 15mm nuts here, and then we'll be able to remove our bumper. So we're going to grab our impact 15mm socket, take these two nuts off. All right, now on the other side, you'll see these two locating plates here. What we're gonna need to do is take them off. So we're gonna grab our impact and 10mm socket and remove our two bolts. All right, now you can do the same thing for the other plate.
Alrighty folks, welcome back. Now that we have our factory bumper off, we've got it up on the table because there's a few things we need to grab off of this in order to swap over to our new bumper. The first of which being our trailer hitch connector plug. Now this is held in by these retainer clips on the back, and all you have to do with those is squeeze them in and that connector will come right out, and we can set that aside for the time being. So next we're going to be removing our parking sensors and parking sensor harness. Now we can do this all in one assembly. First thing we're going to need to do is grab our clip removal tool, and this is held on to the bumper with a few clips. We'll just pop those out. And make sure you get all of them out. There's one on each side and then one in the center of the bumper itself. Once you've got that freed up, what we're going to do is get these sensors out of their little housings. Just grab a small pry tool. Just work these clips out. You don't want to break them. Kind of pull up on your sensor so it comes out of that first side. And pop that other side out. And they'll come right out. And we'll do the same thing for all of our sensors. You want to be very careful with these. You don't want to damage them in the process. Once we have these two out, we'll do the same thing for the other side. Now that we have all of our sensors out, we'll go ahead and pull our harness and our sensors out as one assembly. Lay that right down on the table. We want to keep that same orientation so on the new bumper our sensors will line up. The next thing we need to remove is the brackets for the sensors. So we'll flip our bumper up. Those are simply going to push in, and you can just push those right through and out. And you want to do that for all four of your sensors. So now we have our new bumper on the table, and we're going to reinstall everything that we took off our factory one just as it went onto the factory one. So we're going to take our hitch plug, push that all the way through and make sure those clips snap in. Sometimes they can be a little stiff. Okay, good. Next we're going to install our retainers for our parking sensors. Just push those into place and the clips will grab and they'll be set on. You want to do that for all four sensor holes. Now we'll get our sensors and harness in place. Those are going to go right back in the way they came out. Just want to pop those down and in. Make sure they lock into place with those tabs. Just like so. And this also has spots for your clips for your harness. I'll put those in. You can go over or under this hitch plug. Doesn't really matter which way you want to go. Now that we've got this in, we're ready to go onto the truck. Now we're going to set our bumper in place onto our truck. Now you have a really nice platform on your hitch. Get this situated. And you want to line these two studs up behind your tag. Make sure this sets into place. Might take a little bit of finagling. And once you get that in position, you want to grab those two 15mm nuts. We're just going to loosely reinstall these for now. It's going to help hold our bumper in place. And we'll install our two clips that we pulled out of our factory one. We'll get these in. Now we're going to get our two bolts in on our side brackets. Now we're going to reuse our factory hardware. Get those 15mm bolts. back in place. Now we'll use our 15 millimeter socket on our impact to tighten these back down. And you can do the same thing on the other side. Next, we can plug our hitch plug back in, line up that connector, get that snapped into place. Then we'll come back and plug our parking sensor harness in. And then lastly, we can get our tag bulb sockets in. You'll have to find the seats for these, they're little tabs. And give that a quarter turn clockwise to lock that in. And then you want to do the same thing for your other tag light. Now we'll tighten up our two 15 millimeter nuts out front, again with our 15 mil socket. Now to install your tag, you're going to grab the provided self-tapping screws. You want to center your tag up. Grab a 10 millimeter socket or a Phillips head screwdriver or bit. Alrighty folks, that about wraps up our review and install of our rear bumper, pre-drilled for backup sensors and chrome finish for your 10 to 18 Ram 2500 and 3500. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything Ram, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.